There's a creator on here on YouTube, Anton Daniels. Okay, that's his name. Okay, don't like him. Okay, I just saw him stitch a woman or whatever the fuck he does about the lady that was talking about how because they're not getting stamps this November. She has children. She's going to be stealing from Walmart. Okay, He is so just. He's just. I can't stand him. I literally can't. And he only stitches black folks. I feel like this man is just like, what are the niggas doing? Okay, how can I platform and embarrass and humiliate them, or just find a way to fucking slam, and especially black women? Okay, that woman is not going to get her stamps. And then he said, oh, she's out there having babies out of wedlock. Called him ghetto. Call all this shit. Okay, saying they're still having babies out of wedlock and they expect the government to take care of them, blah, blah, blah. Do you think the government created SNAP benefits for black folks? Do you think the government, this government, do you not, the US of A, said, let's create something specifically for black folks? Fuck no. They make that shit for white folks. Okay? All that shit, disability, retirement, I'm talking about Social Security retirement. All that shit was because they were white grandmas that were on the fucking street when grandpa died. Okay? That's why there's SNAP benefits.
We'll get to the rest of this shortly. But I always find it ironic when people make assumptions and it's so stupid. Now, let me preface this by saying that I do remember this woman. She particularly stood out because, she had been talking all of this black and white stuff and pro-black stuff and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Because I don't usually like go back and watch and see stuff, but people sent this to me, so I pick a content creator every once in a while to re-respond to, and she was talking about, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, that she had broke up with her white husband and basically abandoned her family, and then also decided that she wanted to become a single mother herself. Now, none of this has anything to do with the fact that a woman voluntarily posted herself saying that she was going to steal from Walmart. And not only was she going to steal, but she is bringing a person to be able to basically fight other people if something was to happen. And they hope that she follow them out to the car and everything wrong with that. And so accountability is like kryptonite to these type of women. But I'm gonna take some time out and I'm gonna kick it with you for a second. So, number one, let's address this whole narrative that people keep coming up with, because I don't see white women saying that you hate white women. I only see black women saying that you hate black women. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to have a conversation about what it is that I show and what it is that I post on these platforms, right? Because it's important for us to be honest and have a conversation about what we see and when we see it, and what you really see. So right now, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to take some time to share with you some of the things that you may see when you come to my platform, right? And so as we scroll down, and let's just go to videos, right? We're going to go to videos. Let's do that. And as you can see right here, right at the very top, and I just replied to this immediately, you see white women, white women, I like to call them, but you see white women, right? And so nobody is confused about what it is that you see. Let's go back to this, right? Let's get the widescreen view, all right? And let's make sure that you guys can see this effectively. First one, white woman. Second one, white woman. Third one, what looks like a Mexican and a black woman, but it's also a white woman on that video. Fourth one, white woman. Fifth one, white woman talking about how lonely she is. This one talks about, the deployment to the National Guard to Portland. And then we have a black woman talking about how she is on child support. And then a white woman talking about how she's $180,000 in debt. This is multicultural, but you definitely see a white woman talking about cut off from food stamps, Chicago. A white woman right there. A white woman right there talking about sports betting, no King's protest. A black woman that's a nurse talking about HIV and STDs. White woman talking about hiring. A mixture of black women. This is black woman talking about, oh, this is the video that she was talking about, stealing out of Walmart. So, and then you got Stephen A. Smith, and then we talk about Barack Obama, a man talking about being pro-black and talking to a white wife, talking about assaulted in Michigan, why I got divorced, white woman, Jasmine Crockett, so on and so forth. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to operate in honesty, and we have to really understand that nobody is targeting nobody. The one thing that I do is I target degenerate bad behavior. And so I don't care if it's white, if it's black, if it's Mexican, Asian, whatever. If somebody sends me something, because that is how I source the majority of my stuff, they email it to me. 98% of everything that comes to me is emailed. If somebody sends me something, then I'm going to look at it, see if it's something that I want to react to based off of if it's something of value or a lesson that I can teach or something that I can react to based off of what's happening in popular culture. And then that's when I react to it. I don't pick and choose people based off of whatever their gender is or their color is or whatever. All right. If something is trending or it's popular at the time, for example, black fatigue was a big thing at one point in time. The election was a big thing at one point in time. Usually that is where I'm going to live for an extended period of time to ensure that I am capturing whatever is happening in popular culture. All right, so let's put this whole narrative to rest. I never really address it because I just think it's funny and it's hilarious. Because anybody that knows and watch my content knows that the videos that I drop is based off of what's happening in popular culture. But let's get back to this whole conversation about stealing. Nobody should be being a thief just because you're not getting what you want. And the woman is definitely a single mother. Nobody should be stealing because you don't get. Bro, I done been poor multiple different times, especially when I was coming up. And guess what we was taught? Not to steal. There are people that still have morals and good character, and just because they're not necessarily living the life that they want to live, that does not give you validation to go and take from somebody else, which then has to be covered by taxpayers, whether it be the police officers, the judges, or whatever. We got to pay for that. And so I don't stand with these people that are whining and complaining about what is going on out here in the culture. I'm going to say what I say. You may get upset about it. It may bother you, but that's just because you got issues within yourself. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Again, I do vaguely remember this woman, and I remember her running in the Victim Olympics, and I think that I reacted to her one time. But, I usually don't go back and forth, right? But before I continue my little soliloquy, let's hear the rest of what she has to say.
Because there were literal children starving. There were homeless people fucking starving. White children starving. White old people starving in the fucking street. And that's why the United States government came up with all these fucking systems to help these people. It
I
wasn't.
wonder if she came up with this before or after she got out of the relationship with her white man. I'm just saying, because I didn't know that criminal behavior was specific to any demographic of person.
Because they cared about black people. It was because they were like, oh, the poor blacks. Oh, the poor blacks. Fuck no! The shoe was built for white folks. So when y'all get on here and start talking about how black people take advantage of the government as if we were the ones who fucking, as if we were the ones in mind.
This is proof that people hear what they want to hear. Proof that people hear what they want to hear. Like, you guys make it about race because y'all don't want to take accountability and responsibility for what it is that you're doing. Let's hear more of her filthy mouth ranting.
We were not the ones in mind when they created these fucking programs. Okay? It was white folks who needed that shit. White folks. Black people have always had to work. Always, especially black fucking women. But you love getting on here and talking shit about black women. You got on YouTube and talk shit about me.
Oh, she better. So she been waiting on her get back for a long time. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the video and re-review exactly what happened. But I'm pretty sure that she was a single mother and she was talking to a snow hare.
Men like him that can't save them. Leave them with the white
Mm.
folks. I don't know what you got going. Who you married to? I wouldn't be surprised if she's this. She might be black. Not quite sure. Okay, but you're definitely a fucking coon. And this video is for you. I'm gonna put your name on here. It is for.
Honestly, y'all, I don't remember the last time I got offended by anything because think about it like this. If somebody says, "Oh, you broke. You must be broke." But you got literal millions inside of your bank account, would you be offended or would you just laugh it off? If somebody says, I wouldn't be surprised if you married to somebody that looked like this, is this something racially motivated as far as what it is that she is experiencing? And it's something within her? Because if you've been married for 20 plus years, what is there to get offended by to a black woman, right? Like people are just lashing out. And honestly, I feel sorry for them because it's more of a reflection of who they are than who you are. Because I don't tolerate stealing, because I address issues within the culture, because I don't subject myself to giving passes and validation, because I don't want to be on the Democrat plantation, because this and that. And again, anybody can get the smoke. I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. Even to myself, I hold myself accountable, and I'm very visible about doing that and showing my receipts. So I don't have anything to say. I think that this is a clout chasing thing. I think that this is a content creation thing. I don't think that she's really mad. I think that she's just bothered by her circumstance, and she's using it as a crutch to get more visibility for what it is that she got going on. Because I got a lot of motion, and I do big numbers and I do big views. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. God bless you. I will put a link back to your content in the description. As always, give credit to the content creator, but I don't know what to say to you. Like, I can't defend something that I ain't, so I'm not tripping about it. I have over like a bunch of people that work for me, all of them black. Over 80% of the women that work, the people that work for me, are black women. I employ a ton of people. I put a bunch of money in people's pockets. I take care of families. I pay for funerals. I give over $5,000 every 2 weeks out to the homeless in the streets of Detroit, the blackest city in the United States of America. I mean, what have you done? Don't worry, we're going to come back and revisit this. I need to go and find a video that she was ranting about and that she had such a problem with. Anyways, again, make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T. Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.